Every morning, millions of people wake up already tired, not because their body is weak, but because their spirit is exhausted. They hit the alarm clock before sunrise, rush through the same routine, sit in traffic, work long hours building someone else's dream, then return home with barely enough energy left to enjoy their own life. And then they repeat it again the next day. This is a reality for most people trapped in the 9-to-5 cycle. A cycle society told them was success. Go to school, get a degree, find a stable job, work for 40 years, retire old. But what if that path was never designed to make you free? What if it was only designed to keep you dependent? Because the truth is, most people are not financially secure. They are financially controlled. The moment their paycheck stops, panic begins. Bills pile up. Stress increases. Fear takes over. That is not freedom. That is survival with a schedule. And deep down, many people already know this. That is why so many workers spend their lives waiting for Fridays, counting down to vacations, and dreaming about escape while sitting in office chairs they secretly hate. They are alive physically, but mentally, their dreams are fading. Now listen carefully. Having a job is not the problem. The problem is becoming completely dependent on one source of income while sacrificing your freedom, time, and peace of mind. Because when one company controls your survival, you are always vulnerable. One recession, one layoff, one economic crisis, and suddenly your entire life can collapse. That is why escaping the 9-to-5 trap is not just about money. It is about control. Control over your time. Control over your choices. Control over your future. And the people who achieve freedom understand something the average person ignores. You will never become truly wealthy by only trading time for money. Think about it. Time is limited. No matter how hardworking you are, there are only 24 hours in a day. If your income depends completely on your hours, your financial growth will always have limits. That is why so many people work harder every year, yet still feel stuck. Because effort alone is not enough. You need leverage. The wealthy build systems. The wealthy own assets. The wealthy create income streams that continue paying even when they are not actively working. Meanwhile, most people stay trapped because they were never taught how money actually works. School teaches you how to follow instructions, how to memorize information, how to become a good employee. But very few people are taught how to build freedom. Nobody teaches financial literacy. Nobody teaches ownership. Nobody teaches how to create multiple income streams. And because of that, millions spend their entire lives working for money instead of learning how to make money work for them. But here is the good news. You do not need to stay stuck forever. Your current situation does not have to become your permanent future. The first step toward freedom is changing your mindset. Stop thinking only about earning more money. Start thinking about building value. Because income follows value. The more valuable your skills become, the more opportunities appear in your life. That is why learning high-income skills can completely transform your future. Skills like communication, sales, content creation, investing, video editing, marketing, coding, and entrepreneurship are more powerful today than ever before. Why? Because the internet changed everything. Right now, someone with a laptop and determination can build a business from their bedroom, reach millions of people online, and create opportunities that were impossible 20 years ago. But most people never take advantage of this. They spend hours scrolling social media, watching other people succeed, while doing nothing to change their own lives. And that is the difference between consumers and creators. Consumers escape reality. Creators build a new reality. If you truly want to escape the 9-to-5 trap, you must stop living on autopilot. You must stop accepting average habits, average thinking, and average goals. Because average choices create average lives. Freedom requires sacrifice. There will be moments when you must work after work. Moments when you must stay focused while others waste time. Moments when you must invest in yourself instead of chasing comfort. And yes, it will feel difficult in the beginning. Growth always does. But every successful person you admire once stood exactly where you are now, uncertain, afraid, and overwhelmed. The difference is they started anyway. They took action before they felt ready. They stayed disciplined when motivation disappeared. They kept moving while others kept making excuses. And over time, small, consistent actions changed everything. That same transformation is possible for you, but it begins with one decision. The decision to stop surviving and start building a life designed around freedom, purpose, and ownership instead of fear. Most people think escaping the 9-to-5 trap means quitting their job tomorrow, buying a laptop, and suddenly becoming rich online. That mindset destroys more dreams than failure ever will. Real freedom is not built through emotional decisions. It is built through intelligent moves, daily discipline, and long-term vision. You do not escape the system by running away blindly. You escape it by building something stronger than the system itself. And that starts with understanding one dangerous habit that keeps millions trapped forever: lifestyle inflation. The moment most people make more money, they immediately increase their expenses. Bigger apartment, new car, expensive clothes, luxury vacations, status purchases designed to impress people who do not even care. So even when their income grows, their freedom never does. They look rich on social media, but remain financially fragile in real life. One emergency, one job loss, one bad month, and everything collapses. True wealth is not about looking successful. It is about becoming unbreakable. The people who escape the 9-to-5 trap understand delayed gratification. They are willing to sacrifice temporary pleasure for permanent freedom. While others spend every dollar trying to appear wealthy, future millionaires buy assets. They invest in businesses. They invest in stocks. They invest in skills. They invest in themselves. Because they understand one simple rule: every dollar can either make you poorer or make you freer. And the hardest part is that nobody applauds you in the beginning. When you stop wasting money, people call you boring. When you start working on side projects, people call you obsessed. When you say no to distractions, people think you changed. But they do not understand your vision. Average people want comfort now. Successful people want freedom forever. That is the difference. You must learn how to think long-term in a world addicted to instant gratification. Most people cannot stay focused for 6 months. That is why they never experience extraordinary results. They start businesses and quit too early. They begin learning skills and stop after a few weeks. They hit one obstacle and assume success is not meant for them. But success is not about intensity. It is about consistency. Small actions repeated daily create massive transformation over time. 1 hour of learning every day becomes 365 hours in a year. One video posted every week builds an audience. One investment made consistently grows into financial security. One disciplined routine changes your entire identity. The problem is most people underestimate what they can achieve in 5 years and overestimate what they can achieve in 1 month. Freedom takes time, but so does regret. 5 years will pass anyway. The question is, will you spend those years building your future or repeating your past? And here is another truth nobody likes hearing. You cannot build an extraordinary life with ordinary habits. If your daily routine looks exactly like everyone else's, your future will too. Think about it. Most people wake up late, rush through the morning, complain about work, waste hours online, eat unhealthy food, avoid difficult tasks, and repeat the cycle every day. Then they wonder why life never changes. Your habits are creating your future, whether you realize it or not. Every decision matters. Every hour matters. Every distraction has a cost. The internet has made it easier than ever to escape average living, but it has also made it easier than ever to waste your life. You can build a business from your bedroom, learn any skill online, reach millions through content, start investing with almost nothing. But most people use technology only for entertainment. They consume endlessly instead of creating opportunities. And that is why creators are becoming rich while consumers stay stuck. You must become intentional with your time. Stop asking, how can I relax more? Start asking, how can I create more freedom for myself? Because freedom is earned. Nobody is coming to rescue you. Not the government, not your boss, not luck. Your future depends on the actions you take today. And understand this clearly. You do not need to become famous to escape the 9-to-5 trap. You just need income streams that do not completely depend on your time. That could mean freelancing, content creation, e-commerce, investing, digital products, real estate, online businesses, high-income remote skills. There are countless paths, but all of them require initiative. And initiative is rare. Most people wait for certainty before they move. Winners move before certainty appears. They take action while afraid. They learn while building. They fail, adapt, and continue. Because they know confidence is not something you start with. Confidence is created through action. Every successful person you admire once felt unqualified, but they kept going. And eventually, the uncomfortable became normal. That is how growth works. At first, discipline feels painful. Later, discipline becomes power. At first, waking up early feels hard. Later, it becomes identity. At first, building your future feels lonely. Later, it becomes freedom. You must decide what pain you want, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret, because both are difficult, but only one leads to a better life. Years from now, you do not want to look back wondering what could have happened if you had believed in yourself earlier. You do not want your dreams to die inside routines you hate. You want choices. You want ownership. You want freedom. And the good news is this. No matter where you start, your life can change completely once you stop living on autopilot and start building with purpose every single day. There comes a moment in every person's life when they must make a decision, stay comfortable and remain stuck, or become uncomfortable and grow. Most people choose comfort. That is why most people never escape the 9-to-5 trap. Comfort feels safe in the moment, but over time it becomes a prison. The longer you stay inside the same routine, the harder it becomes to imagine a different life. You start convincing yourself that average is normal. You begin accepting stress, exhaustion, and frustration as permanent parts of adulthood. But deep down, you know you were meant for more. You were not born to spend your entire life asking permission to live. Think about how powerful your life could become if you fully committed to your goals for the next few years. No excuses. No endless procrastination. No wasting your energy comparing yourself to others online. Just focus. Because focused people are dangerous. While distracted people talk about dreams, focused people build them. And that is exactly why discipline matters more than motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. Some days you'll feel inspired. Other days you'll feel tired, frustrated, and doubtful. But successful people continue even when emotions disappear. That is what separates winners from everyone else. They understand that freedom is built during the days when you do not feel like working. Anybody can chase goals when they feel excited. Very few people continue when things become difficult. And difficulty will come. You will fail at things. People will doubt you. Some friends may laugh at your ambition. Others may disappear once you stop living like them. Do not let that stop you. People often criticize dreams they are too afraid to chase themselves. Remember this. Your future cannot be built by the opinions of people who gave up on theirs. You need to protect your vision. Protect your time. Protect your energy. Protect your focus. Because every successful life is built through intentional choices repeated consistently. The truth is, escaping the 9-to-5 trap is less about money and more about control. Control over your mornings. Control over your schedule. Control over your future. Control over your peace of mind. Money simply gives you options, and the person with options is always more powerful than the person trapped by necessity. That is why financial education changes lives. The moment you understand how money works, you stop being controlled by it. Instead of spending everything you earn, you begin investing. Instead of chasing status, you begin building assets. Instead of working only for today, you start preparing for tomorrow. That mindset shift changes everything. Because wealth is not created through one lucky moment. It is built through hundreds of smart decisions over time. And here is something important most people never realize. You do not need to escape the 9-to-5 overnight. You simply need to stop depending on it forever. That means using your current situation as a stepping stone instead of a life sentence. Your job can fund your dreams. Your free time can build your future. Your current struggle can become your greatest advantage. Many successful people started exhausted, broke, and uncertain. but they refused to stay there. They worked after work. They learned while others wasted time. They stayed patient while others quit too soon. And eventually, the results appeared. One opportunity changed their income. One skill changed their confidence. One decision changed their entire direction in life. That same transformation is possible for you, but it requires responsibility. Nobody else can create your future for you. Not your parents, not your boss, not society. You must take ownership of your life completely. The moment you stop blaming circumstances and start building solutions, your power returns. Because powerful people do not wait for perfect conditions. They create momentum with whatever they have. And once momentum begins, everything changes. New opportunities appear. Your mindset expands. Your confidence grows. Your standards rise. Suddenly, the life that once felt impossible becomes achievable. But none of it happens by accident. Freedom belongs to people who prepare for it. So stop underestimating yourself. The same person who feels stuck today could become financially free in the future if they stay disciplined long enough. Your current situation is not your final destination. It is just the beginning of the story you still have the power to rewrite. One day, years from now, you will look back at this period of your life and realize something powerful. You were never truly trapped. You were only conditioned to believe you were. Conditioned to believe security mattered more than freedom. Conditioned to believe average living was normal. Conditioned to believe dreams were unrealistic. But the moment you started questioning the system, everything began to change. Because awareness is the beginning of freedom. Most people never even realize they are stuck. They spend decades repeating the same routine until life passes them by. They wake up at the same time, drive the same road, sit in the same offices, complain about the same problems, and slowly lose the excitement they once had for life. Not because they're incapable, but because they stopped believing change was possible. Do not let that become your story. You still have time. Time to learn. Time to grow. Time to build. Time to reinvent yourself completely. And understand this clearly. Your background does not decide your future. It does not matter if you grew up with money or without it. It does not matter if people doubted you. It does not matter how many mistakes you made before today. What matters is the direction you choose now. Because the future rewards action, not excuses. And yes, the road to freedom is difficult. There will be moments when progress feels invisible. Moments when you question yourself. Moments when quitting seems easier. But every challenge is shaping you into someone stronger. Pressure creates growth. The same struggle that feels painful today may become the reason for your success tomorrow. Think about it. Every successful entrepreneur, investor, creator, or leader once experienced uncertainty. They faced rejection. They made mistakes. They failed repeatedly. But failure did not destroy them. Giving up would have. That is why persistence is more powerful than talent. A talented person who quits will always lose to a disciplined person who refuses to stop. So if you truly want to escape the 9-to-5 trap forever, stop searching for shortcuts. There is no secret formula. The answer is simple, but not easy. Learn valuable skills. Control your spending. Invest consistently. Build multiple income streams. Stay disciplined. Think long-term. Keep going when others stop. That is how freedom is built. One decision at a time. And remember this, the goal is not just to make more money. The goal is to create a life where your time belongs to you. A life where you can wake up without dread. A life where you choose how your days are spent. A life where you are present with family, focus on your health, and connected to your purpose. Because real success is not expensive cars or social media status. Real success is peace. Real success is freedom. Real success is having control over your own life. And the beautiful thing is, you can start building that life today. Not next year. Not when conditions become perfect. Not when fear disappears. Today, the smallest action can change your future. One book can shift your mindset. One skill can increase your income. One opportunity can transform your life. 1 year of discipline can separate you from the person you used to be. Never underestimate the power of consistency. Small efforts repeated daily become extraordinary results over time. So from this moment forward, stop seeing yourself as someone trapped inside a system. Start seeing yourself as someone preparing to rise above it. You are capable of more than you think, stronger than you realize, closer than you imagine. And one day, if you stay focused long enough, the life you once dreamed about will become your reality. You will wake up without alarms controlling your day, without fear controlling your decisions, without limits controlling your future. That is what escaping the 9-to-5 trap really means. Not running away from work, but finally building a life where freedom, purpose, and ownership replace survival forever.